Jai Shri Ram, folks, and once again, thank you so much for tuning into Akash Vani Gyaan Upadesh. As you all know, tomorrow we're going to be celebrating Christmas. So everyone is in the holiday, the spirit of holiday. So we just want to wish each and every one of you a very, very happy holidays. But before we get into that, we're going to do a short prayer with Panaji right here. Panaji Satish Dio, my co-host of this program. So Panaji, if you may, give us a nice prayer for the holiday.
Thank you, Bhainavi. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahe Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidveshavahe Om Shanti 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 Hari Om.
Thank you so much, Panaji. And once again, I want to welcome you to this program. I know you've been hosting the program with yourself for the last couple of weeks. And of course, I've been behind the scene. But you have done a wonderful job, and we're getting wonderful response from our community with complimentary emails and so on and so forth. So you did a wonderful job. I want to thank you for that.
Thank you very much indeed.
I also want to take this opportunity to wish you and your family a very, very happy holidays. I know your mom and dad is going to be also coming tomorrow to celebrate holidays with the entire family.
Yes.
And I'm so looking forward to seeing them and spending some time with them as well.
Thank you. And a very Merry Christmas to yourself and your family as well. It's been an honor to know you these past few years, and I wish all the best for the holidays for you and your family. And to all of the viewers of Gyaan Upadesh.
Sure. I want to thank each and every one of you guys out there for responding so wonderfully, and for your wonderful email and to respond to the show. I want to thank you so much for spreading the words about Akash Vani Gyaan Upadesh, and not only for the TV show, also the radio show as well. Everybody's been emailing us and said, what happened? Nothing has happened. We're still on the air. But you can tune in to Akash Vani. You can download our free app, actually, on your smart devices, and you can listen to Akash. You can do a search when you go in there to the store, the app store, Akash Vani Radio. And it's a free app to download, and you can listen to us 24 hours, 7 days a week. And this show as well, if you want to send us an email, akashvani@gmail.com, and you want to send a request or a special message to someone out there, you're welcome to do so. You can do that at any time. So Panaji, this is going to be our holiday show, and you all know Guyana and Trinidad and of course the U.S. We
Yes.
have been celebrating Christmas
Yes.
all our entire life.
Yes.
At Guyana, when I was a little boy, I remember my dad used to bring a wonderful Christmas present, Christmas festive sweets and all these things. And the tradition continued to here as well.
Yes.
But as a Hindu priest, and I know so many Hindu priests out there, a lot of Hindus out there celebrated Christmas as well. That doesn't necessarily mean we are Christian. We are, like I said, since in Guyana we have been doing this, and we also continue of doing this here as well. I don't know in England how you guys celebrated it. You can tell us a little bit about that as well.
Yes. Well, it is celebrated quite vigorously there, but not as much as here, I would say. I think things in England are generally low-key compared to America on the whole, so I think that's part of the reason why. But as you correctly said, there is an issue a lot of people raise. As Hindus, should we be observing this holiday? That's a very good point to raise there. And one that needs to be addressed. We need to address that point. So we can use this show to address this point to the public.
Sure.
And it's a very good thing you have raised there. You said that just because we are in the holiday spirit does not make us Christian necessarily. Absolutely correct. Now, my point has always been that we should remember that we are a Hindu first above anything else. That is absolutely correct. So it's a good thing that you mentioned that. That is why last week we had a show about Bhagavad Gita Jayanti.
Sure.
Because that is a Hindu occasion, and we must not forget that. Even though we are in the month of December, as I mentioned last week, we must still not forget our own festivities and our own observances, religious observances and so on.
Right.
So we maintain that. So once we do that, there's nothing wrong with observing this holiday as well. Because we live in America. How can we live in America and we say we're not going to integrate into the society?
Sure.
But we must not integrate to the point that we forget who we are, but still we have to integrate, somewhat. To some degree, we have to integrate. Guyana is the same thing. It was a society created by the British originally. But not only that. In Guyana, as you said, Christmas is a national holiday. Pagwa and Diwali are national holidays too. We see people of other ethnicity joining in the celebration of Pagwa, for example. We saw the president, who is not a Hindu, he's not an Indian, actually, celebrating Pagwa. So it's all about unity there. And the same thing, with us joining in the holiday season, it's about unifying with the whole community.
Sure.
We're not segregating ourselves from the community.
Correct.
We're integrating and joining with everybody. So from the standpoint of a Hindu Pandit, that's what I would say, that it is our way of not forgetting who we are, but at the same time we integrate into the society that we live. So I don't see anything wrong with
me neither. I don't see anything wrong with that, but I know a lot of people started to celebrate Christmas in Guyana, and they also bring the tradition over here, putting up a Christmas tree, putting up Christmas lights, and so on and so forth. But then they wake up one morning and say, hey, wait a minute. By us doing that, does that make us a Christian? Folks, again, that doesn't really make you a Christian. You want to dress up your house with Christmas lights. You want to put up a Christmas tree. You want to exchange gifts with your loved ones, family, and friends. You're welcome to do so. I don't think anything is wrong with that. As a Hindu, my personal view, and I know Pandit personal view as well, we don't see anything wrong with that. So if you are celebrating Christmas, happy holidays to you. Merry Christmas to you. And today's show, we're dedicated to that. We can be talking more about it. Tradition, how we normally celebrate Christmas in Guyana, and how we do it also in the United States, also United Kingdom as well.
Yes.
And Trinidad, I'm sure Trinidad probably celebrate the same way we do in Guyana as well.
Yes.
I don't have a Trinidad person here to ask that question, but I'm sure. I mean, in the Caribbean, this is how it has been celebrated.
Right.
Everybody have their own tradition. Each family have their own tradition, matter of fact, and each person have their own tradition. And when, like, I got married and I have my family and my family is growing, I like to make my own tradition as I go along year after year, because of course my family is getting bigger and my brother here's family is getting bigger as well. So we all like to have our own tradition, like I said earlier in the show before the show began. My father used to bring, like cream soda, and I used to bring it with the condensed milk, mix it up with ice, and my mom used to bake all different types of pastries, and we used to sit down in a circle, and we all used to have these kind of pastries, and we used to open gifts and all these things. So we have our own tradition. My dad had his own tradition, so now I'm trying to start my own by having family and friends come over. Like Christmas Eve, we could play games. My wife will bake cake, and we'll have a nice time. And of course, Christmas Day, we all family get together, and then we all feast and we have a nice time as well. So I don't know how you guys normally do it at Christmas Eve in England. You want to tell us a little bit about that? What do you celebrate mostly on Christmas or Christmas Eve?
Well, both days really.
Both days.
Both days we would observe. Certain things, like I just said, my mom would also bake, and the smell would fill the house, it's
right.
And the thing is, she would also put a Christmas light and Christmas tree and so on. But we must say for Diwali, we must make sure we put up lights also.
Sure.
That's what
absolutely.
I do. This is the point. Let's go back to my earlier point that yes, we celebrate that, but we must still remember who we are.
Holiday as
exactly
well.
right.
Sure.
So lights shouldn't. If we are putting up light for Christmas and not for Diwali, something is wrong then.
Correct.
But if we are putting up for Diwali, then we can put up for Christmas too, no problem. So yes, my mom actually, she loved decorating.
Okay.
If you see our house in England, in
lights
London,
everywhere.
Well, for the whole street, our house. And people were very fine over there. So, we used to enjoy that time of year very much.
Yeah, and of course, as little kids, we're looking forward to all these different
the gifts and so on.
Gifts and
opening gifts in the
cake
morning
and all these different things. And my mom and dad normally make us open up one gift on Christmas Eve, and then the additional gifts also on New Year, Christmas Day.
Right.
Which I bring that tradition along with my family.
Right.
And
Yes.
Christmas Eve,
Yes.
when we all hang out and stuff, we normally open up one gift.
One. Right.
at
Yes.
that time, and then the next day we all open up
Yeah.
the rest of the gifts and
Yes.
stuff.
I'm
Like that.
familiar with that too. I forgot to mention that.
Yeah, so it's fun, and I'm sure all of you have your own way of tradition for you to open the gifts and hang out and have a wonderful time. But at this point, we're gonna pause for right now. We're gonna take a Christmas song, a Caribbean style Christmas song. I'm gonna be right back. Thank you so much for tuning in, and happy holidays once again. Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram.
Merry Christmas, Gyaan style. Ho, ho, ho. A very merry Gyaan Christmas, wishing you are here. We gon' miss your company at this festive time of the year. When we pass your house Christmas morning, we gon' give a shout, calling out to your family as we rock with belly and mouth hood. A very merry Gyaan Christmas, wishing you are here. Oh, how we gon' miss your company this time of the year. All your friends will greet Christmas morning at John Bull Ram Shop. We gon' have a good time, we sporting until we drop. Harold Top Gun Hopkinson on the bike pelting down the road. On the handlebar, we fetching 2K's Eldorado Gold. Ramesh and Mark Jacob waving their hand and they passing sign. Running down the dam and they bowling, we can't miss the line. A very merry Gyaan Christmas, wishing you are here. We gon' miss your company at this festive time of the year. In the kitchen, the women cooking Creole food non-stop. Eating bacon, pepper pot, they got to drag we from the pot. A very merry Gyaan Christmas, wishing you are here. Oh, how we gon' miss your company this time of the year. We gon' laugh and gaff and dance around, music really hot. We gon' have a good time, we sporting until we drop. Yeah. Ho, ho. Latif helping Fanny Fresh put up she curtain. Shamboy and the white Betty look they inviting us again. Eating plenty rice and duck curry with hot dal puree. Drinking rum and mobby as we dance soca and chutney. A very merry Gyaan Christmas, wishing you are here. We gon' miss your company at this festive time of the year. Chipping down the road, knocking bottle, iron and saucepan. Stop at everybody home, singing, dancing, every man. A very merry Gyaan Christmas, wishing you are here. Oh, how we gon' miss your company this time of the year. All we want is slingshot music, please DJ don't stop. Cause we having a good time, we sporting until we drop.
Drink a rum on a Christmas morning, drink a rum.
Give me more, give me more.
Drink a rum on a Christmas morning, drink a rum.
Fire one. A very merry Gyaan Christmas, wishing you are here. We gon' miss your company at this festive time of the year. All around is music playing, Tassa band coming down. Them boys from Victoria Village licking up comfort drum. A very merry Gyaan Christmas, wishing you are here. Oh, how we gon' miss your company this time of the year. Toast each other with punch and cream, sorrel and ginger beer. Drinking rum till we tumble down as we welcome in the new year. Give me more. Merry Christmas, Gyaan style. Yeah. Hey Andy, come on over, boy, come. We have a loud spot.
Jump up, jump up, jump up, jump up.
Jump up, jump up, jump up. Hey! A very merry Gyaan Christmas, wishing you are here. We gon' miss your company at this festive time of the year. All around is music playing, Tassa band coming down. Them boys from Victoria Village licking up comfort drum. A very merry Gyaan Christmas, wishing you are here. Oh, how we gon' miss your company this time of the year. Toast each other with punch and cream, sorrel and ginger beer. Drinking rum till we tumble down as we welcome in the new year. Hey Neville, dance up, boy, dance up. Marco, loud Pachoni, boy, loud Pachoni.
Jai Shri Ram, folks,
Jai
and
Shri Ram.
welcome back to Akash Vani, Gyaan Upadesh. I'm here with my co-host, my brother Pandit Satish Deo. Today we're discussing holidays. I know tomorrow's going to be Christmas, and we are discussing the traditional style of us celebrating Christmas in Guyana, England, and also Trinidad, and so on and so forth. And I do hope you enjoy that selection there that we brought you. It's a Caribbean-style Christmas song. I do hope you enjoy it. So, Panaji, let's continue our discourse.
Yes.
So yes, like we said before, America, United States, the Christmas and basically most of the holidays celebrated here is so in a grand style.
Yes.
So we go to different places like the stores, and we go to Macy's and all the different stores, and you see
Right.
all these traditional decorations
Yes.
and stuff like that. And I remember as a little kid, we're looking forward to going shopping with your parents, but the only one thing I remember when I used to go shopping with my mom and for Christmas, it was always freezing, and she used to pull us to go different stores because all of our brothers,
Right.
4 or 5 of us used to go. And we used to be able, we were to carry on the whole
Right,
bags.
yes.
So she sit outside here at the store, hold the bags, and be freezing, and we hold the bag. So that's the only thing that was the only downfall I didn't like about the holiday,
Right.
because it's always so cold, so cold.
Yes.
So as a little boy, what do you remember about Christmas?
Well, most of the Christmases I would have observed were in London, as you
Right,
said.
yes.
England is not as cold as New York, I
Right,
would say,
right.
in the winter. It's not so freezing cold. So I don't have that experience really. So I was spared from that.
Good,
at
good,
least. But yes, you would go around and buy gifts, and that's what it's about. And as you mentioned before, it's nothing to do with being, that you turn Christian or something. It's nothing to do with that. It's just a spirit of giving. That's what it's about.
Sure, sure.
Whatever dharma we belong to. Sanatan Dharma says we should give. It gives we should give. So that was a big part of it. Buying the gifts, as you mentioned just now. Not only with ourselves, but as I said, other non-Hindu people in school, and when you graduate to work and so on, you exchange gifts and so on. And then it's a time at the end of the year when we can have a bit of relaxation in the office too. I remember I worked in offices in
Okay,
England,
okay.
and it's a nice time of year to relax and have everyone have a
Christmas
good time.
party and all that
yes,
stuff.
yes.
Okay.
So obviously I will not partake of being a pandit. I will not partake of everything what everyone else is doing. But
Sure.
as part of an office, we enjoy that.
So, folks, I know that this holiday season, I hope it bring you joy and bring you happiness as well. And like Panditji says, don't forget our religion. Don't forget our holiday as well. Diwali, Shivatri, all the different holidays. Let's observe each and every one of them.
Yes.
And I'm hoping one of these days the American people will also take part in our kind of holiday as well.
Yes, indeed.
And I'm seeing that's happening year after year
Yes.
with Holi. I see a lot of American people come out and celebrate
Right.
with us.
Yes.
Also Diwali, they know the word, the Festival of Light. They know the Diwali. The White House actually lighted Diya.
Right.
And they
And
had
they're fighting for it to be a school holiday.
to be a
as well for
school holiday,
Diwali.
and also
Yes.
City Hall, Gracie Mansion
Right.
also had a light in there as well.
Yes.
It doesn't matter if it's a couple days from the actual date itself. At least they're observing it.
Right.
So we have to appreciate that, and like you said, one day hopefully those two holidays will become a very grand style public holiday for everyone to be
Right.
home and be able to enjoy it. For us to have a day off as well. But it's all in the works. Hopefully, one of these days we will get it with the right government in office.
Yes.
They will recognize it.
Right.
Even if this government doesn't recognize it now, hopefully sooner or later they will recognize it. So
Everything happens in its time.
everything
So,
happened this time, right?
yes.
So I hope you guys enjoy your holiday season. I hope well, there's no way for you to send us email or text message to let us know what's going on, because this is going to be being showing one day before Christmas. But next year, or even for the New Year's, we're going to have a New Year's show next week as well. If you want to send
Right.
us your request to send us a holiday greetings, you could do that as well. We will be more happy to put it on the air. What do you have planned for the holiday for tomorrow?
Well, as you said, my parents are coming in. One of my brothers is also coming. My sister and her family. She now has 2 children.
Okay.
One ahead of me.
Wow.
So she is also coming. So we'll be getting together and catching up old acquaintance. When you live far from family, it's so nice when you get together with them
I know.
again. Yeah, so that's what mostly my holiday will be focused on this
Okay,
year.
well, hopefully I'll see them as well, like I said
Yes.
earlier, and we'll all have a good time together.
Right.
So, folks, right now we're gonna take another selection. We're gonna do hope you enjoy it. These are not regular songs that we normally listen to in this program. Please do hope you enjoy it. It's more party type of song, a little more upbeat. So, do hope you enjoy it. And next week, if you want to send greetings, you could do that at Akash Vani media@gmail.com. So once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and do hope you enjoy our next selection. Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri.
This is a story about a wet man, a sweet man, the village ram. Hey, hey, they calling him. Hey, hey, they calling him. Hey, hey, they calling him Ram Singh Sharma. Mr. Raymond, they calling him. Ring bang, they calling him. They calling the village ram from Sawa.
Ram Singh Sharma, the village ram from Sawa. He have a wife and he day with the sister. They buy a visa to take him to Canada. One give him house, one give him a motor car. They give him money to drink the rum. Sometimes he just gamble until the money done. Ram Singh Sharma, the village ram from Sawa. He have a wife and he day with the sister. Ram Singh Sharma, the village ram from Sawa.
Ram Singh, oh boy, the village ram. Yes, man. He in a jam. Brutally outside woman. Ram Singh, that is the name. Sweet man is the game. And he hiding up in Sawa. Get them. Boom.
Ram Singh will talk to you so nice, give you all the advice, then run away with your wife, just to mash up your married life. How it is he, they choose what technique the man does use.
That's the sweet man. Village ram.
How it is he, they choose what technique the man does
Hey, Ram
use.
Singh.
Them young love Betty, Jessie, Miney, and give them all their money.
Boom.
Ram Singh Sharma, the village ram from Sawa. He have a wife and he day with the sister. Ram Singh Sharma, the village ram from
Hey, girl, they
Sawa.
want. Hey, hey, hey. Then calling for more. Hey, hey. Village ram from up in Sawa. Hey, hey. Ram Singh all up in Barrackpore. Hey, hey. Boom.
Ram Singh does always be well dressed. The man smelling the best. The village ram the rest, and he making plenty comments.
Ram Singh.
What is the big secret that have them girl loving it?
Tell me.
What is the big secret that have them girl loving it? Them girl love Betty, Jessie, Miney, and give them all their money.
Boom, boom.
Ram Singh Sharma, the village ram from Sawa. He have a wife and he day with the sister. Ram Singh Sharma, the village ram from Sawa.
They calling me name. Mr. Raymond. Ring bang. Bust tune.
The way Ram Singh does run him out, he have your all in south. There's no reason to doubt, he's the village ram all
From
about.
north to south.
Something the man does do more better than me and you.
Tell me.
Something the man does do more better than me and you.
Hey, Ram Singh.
Them girl love Betty, Jessie, Miney, and give them all their money.
Hey, 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 hey.
Ram Singh Sharma, the village ram from Sawa. He have a wife and he day with the sister. They buy a visa to take him to Canada. One give him house, one give him a motor car. They give him money to drink the rum. Sometimes he just gamble until the money done. Ram Singh Sharma, the village ram from Sawa. He have a wife and he day with the sister. Ram Singh Sharma, the village ram from Sawa.
Hey, Mr. Raymond. Ring bang. Spread file. Dead Nation. Number one. Boom. Vani Radio, playing the best of Bollywood today
सैया तू कमाल का
and yesterday.
डफली बजा
Down, folks,
Shri Ram.
and welcome back to Akash Vani Gyaan Upadesh. Do hope you enjoyed that wonderful selection. As you all know, we are discussing Christmas, which is tomorrow. So we're gonna go over to Panditji and ask him, how do you feel about Guyana? How do they celebrate Christmas? I know I was grew up and I was born there, but I know you know more than I do. So if you can give us a little bit insight about that.
Well, as you correctly said, anyone who knows me knows that's a big part of me. My body is here, my mind and my soul, everything. My heart is there.
Yes.
In fact, I like to give a more of a feeling of being there at times of year like this and so on.
Well, I know everybody who from Guyana who come here
Yes.
always say Guyana is the best place
Yes. Right.
to celebrate and to have Christmas. Most people from here go for vacation in
Right.
December to
Yes.
Guyana
Yeah.
because they like to go celebrate Christmas there.
Exactly. Well, one reason could be what you mentioned earlier. You're waiting in the freezing cool here. Better you do it in the
that's
warm
correct.
there.
That is
Well, one of the beauties of Guyanese society, I mean, those who are born here or England and so on, our origin is still there. Well, ultimately, our origin is in India, but Guyana still plays a big part of who we are.
Right.
And we had a big show about that earlier this year for Guyana's independence. I
Independence, yes,
enjoyed doing
yes.
that show, as I'm sure you did.
And
Also.
we had to wear the same outfit
Right,
as
yes.
well.
As I said, I want to create the feeling of being there. I always like to do it. So, the beauty of coming from a multicultural society, I think, is that the fact that each major set of people have their national holidays there. That means Christmas and Easter and Good Friday for the Christians. And we have Diwali and Phagwa, as I mentioned. They are national holidays.
Sure.
Everyone
In Guyana, right.
Yeah, not only Hindus, but it's a national holiday. And then for the Muslim community, they have Eid and Yom Nabi. That's the Prophet Muhammad's birthday, and
Okay.
so on. So these are things we should be proud of, that we come from a society like that, and that we can unify. Unfortunately, and I don't mind saying this publicly, politicians have divided our people. Unfortunately, you know, when we go on the ground level with the ordinary people interacting with each other, they live fine with each other. But it's the politicians who are creating the division. So this time of year, as I mentioned earlier, especially in a society like Guyana, where they have, as they call them, the six people of Guyana, it's a good way for them to integrate and come together. Just as when we come to celebrate Phagwa, and we will do a show late in a few months, Phagwa is only a few months away, the same thing applies then too. For all of the festivals, it's about unity of different people. And I think if we can imbibe that message a bit more, then all of the conflicts and so on that happen. Most of the conflict in this world is because people cannot come together. Not only Guyana or here, the whole world. So I think we should use occasion like this to kind of come together, for society on the whole to come together. That's what happens in Guyana. And here, even here, like I like to buy the sorrel and make the sorrel drink, because in the West Indies we know that blooms at this particular time of year.
Well, I'm looking
So that's
forward to having some of that too, because last year you made a wonderful batch, and I drink that thing for about a month.
Right.
So
Okay.
hopefully you make a little bit more this year.
Yes. Yeah. So little things like this we like to do to enjoy the
Right.
the holiday season. Yeah.
I don't know where this tradition come from. Even in the United States about fruitcake. We should have done some research about that and talk about it. Like, I don't know where they come from. About traditionally Christmas time, you have to have fruitcake.
In England also, that seems to be an ancient tradition.
A tradition as well,
And
right?
I think it may have originated there. I could be wrong about that.
Yeah.
Because they have what they call mince pie. All that is a raisin kind of jam.
Okay.
Like how you have pine jam to
Yeah,
make pine
yeah,
tart.
yeah.
It's a raisin jam made with
Okay.
raisins
Oh,
instead.
really?
Just like the raisin you put in the fruitcake you're
uh-huh.
mentioning. And they put that in a pastry.
Oh, wow.
And that is a traditional thing Christmas
Okay,
time
okay.
there. So it must be something about preserved kind of fruit at this time of year. Yeah, because it's cold, and I guess they're not growing fresh.
Okay,
So you use a
okay.
preserved one instead.
Yeah, maybe.
So that is
And also, in Guyana, I know they have black cake.
yes.
Black cake are also known as rum cake as well. It's normally like to bake around Christmas time as well. But I know mostly about fruit cake. I don't like fruit cake. I just want to tell you guys, please don't sell us no fruitcake. I just don't like fruitcake. But the black cake and sponge cake and stuff like that is my favorite. I love stuff like that.
They make things like that normally, yes, and other traditional foods too. This time of year. As I said, as a priest, I don't partake of all of them, which I'm not supposed to. So, I naturally I have to limit myself. But obviously, those who do not have those restrictions, they can enjoy everything. So, we there are special things you partake of this time of year that you enjoy, like you mentioned earlier. And which I spoke about too. Ginger beer is another thing that people make. So
ginger beer is a wonderful thing. But you don't make that, right? You make
sometimes
that as well?
I do.
Oh yeah?
Yes,
okay.
Of course, we'll clarify, ginger beer is only a name. It doesn't have alcohol in it.
Yes, no alcoholic. It's like a ginger to mix up, but it's non-alcoholic.
We all know that, but I'm just clarifying.
Yeah. We don't drink alcohol, me and him both, so we are free from that. But ginger beer is one of them as well. Sorrel, like I said, I really enjoy that. I don't even know how you make it, but it was very, very good. There's another drink also that they just make. I forgot it this time, but they just also make another type of drink, like a fruit type of drink. But I know everybody make their own like style of drinking. Like I said earlier, my dad used to mix this cream soda in a big bowl with a big pan of ice, and then he used to throw the carnation milk inside and mix that up.
Delicious, yes.
And mix that up. And Mom used to make sponge cake, and we used to really enjoy stuff like that. So I always remember stuff like that when we were little in Guyana, how we used to play with all these different toys, and my father used to bring all these different toys, and family from over here, America, used to send Guyana, we don't call it Christmas light, they call it fairy light. Right. So he used to send fairy light for us, and we used to decorate our home and stuff like that.
In England, they use that word too.
Fairy light, right?
Yes, yeah.
And of course, I cannot remember if we had a Christmas tree in Guyana, but I know Christmas trees here. But I also want to discuss that in our next segment.
Yes.
About Christmas tree.
Right.
How does Christmas tree play a role in Christmas? And what does it stand for? What does it symbolize?
Yeah. And should we put it up or not? We
right.
can address that question.
As a Hindu, should we put up a Christmas tree in our home? And what's the reason why Christmas tree is there? And we will, the next segment we'll be now going to talk a little bit about that. So please sit back and relax, and we're going to be playing a special song for you, a Christmas type of song, a fast beat, a holiday type of music. So do hope you enjoy it. We'll be right back. Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram.
Chalao na naino se baan re, jaan le lo na jaan re, jaan le lo na jaan re.
If you go in River Monday, put your hand in the air, hand in the air and jump up, let me see ya. Hands up, let me see ya. Jump up, let me see ya. Hands up. On Sunday we liming from bar to bar. On Sunday we liming from bar to bar. And every Monday is Cora. Yes, every Monday is River. Come there we go, come there we go. Come there we go, come there we go. And every Monday is Cora. Yes, every Monday is River. And what the Raja say?
Chalao na naino se baan re, chalao na naino se baan re, jaan le lo na jaan re.
What the Raja say?
Jaan le lo na jaan re.
And in the air, jump up, let me see ya. Hands up, let me see ya. Jump up, let me see ya. Hands up, let me see ya. Jump up, let me see ya. Hands up, let me see ya. Jump up, let me see ya. Hands up. My boss man have to be out the mind to call me, cause everybody know Monday is my river day. Pack up the cooler, the drinks and the ice. I go bring the pot stove, the duck and the rice.
Tori kalai na chorenge hum, tore bin hum adhure hai ramo kasam.
We going to turn up the place up there. We going to cause a bacchanal day. We going to turn up the place up there. We going to cause a bacchanal day. Cause every Monday is, cause every Monday is Cora. Every Monday is River.
Jana lelo na jana re.
And in the air, and in the air. Jump up, let me see ya. Hands up, let me see ya. Jump up, let me see ya. Hands up, let me see ya. Jump up, let me see ya. Hands up, let me see ya. Jump up, let me see ya. Hands up.
Michael ringing down my phone like she going mad. Like she don't know it's Monday, I out and I bad. I switch up my phone and I throw it away. Like she don't know that Monday is my river day.
Sharmo hayati chodo fikar. Zindagi chaar din ki mere hum safar.
We going and turn up the place up there. We going and cause a bacchanal day. We going and turn up the place up there. We going and cause a bacchanal day. Cause every Monday is, cause every Monday is Cora. Every Monday is river. Come let we go, come let we go. Come let we go, come let we go. And every Monday is Cora. Yes, every Monday is river. What the Raja say?
Jalao na naino se banare. Jalao na naino se banare. Jana lelo na jana re. Jana lelo na jana re. Jana lelo na jana re.
Here we go. Jump up, let me see ya. Hands up, let me see ya. Jump up, let me see ya. Hands up, let me see ya. Jump up, let me see ya. Hands up, let me see ya. Jump up, let me see ya. Hands up.
Karma, grab the beer. I say Raja, the bass love legacy. Follow. The bass love legacy.
Jai Shri Ram, folks, and welcome back to Akash Vani, Gyaan Upadesh. Today's show is all about our community and about our culture. Today we are discussing Christmas, which is Christmas will be celebrated tomorrow. So today we dedicated this show here today to all our viewers, all our family and friends, wishing you guys all a very, very happy and peaceful holiday. For the last segment, we said we're going to discuss right now about Christmas tree. How does Christmas tree belong in Christmas? And what is it, as a Hindu, should we put up a Christmas tree in our home?
That is a big question.
So me and my brother here, we did a little research and we came up, Christmas tree doesn't say nothing about Christian.
Right.
It's like
That's
it's like a decoration that they brought into the home, and to just decorate it. It actually started in the 19th century by the Germans. Actually, brought a Christmas tree home, and then the family will start putting up flowers and put up different type of paper ornament they'll make at home and put it dress up on the tree. And then in the 18th century, they start putting up like candles around the tree. And of course, today we did all electrical. We put lights and decorated all type of different color lights and so on and so forth. But it's not. It is not nothing about Christian. It's not in the Bible about the Christmas tree.
Yes.
It's just traditional that people brought it in the home and they want to put it up there to symbolize and use it to decorate, to make it looks beautiful for the holiday. And then when it go on into after the 18th century, 17th and 15th century, they start putting up the Star of Bethlehem on top of the tree. And again, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a Christian. It's a Christian celebration. It was brought into a home to decorate it, to make it look nice into the home, and then everybody started to do it. And right now it's tradition. Everybody's doing it. So what do you think about that?
Well, I agree with everything you say. It's a decoration, and that's the most thing.
Yeah.
It's a decoration, because when your home is decorated in a certain way, it makes you feel good. It makes you feel that yes, it's a special time of year.
Sure.
Like as I mentioned, Diwali, for example, when you light all the diyas around the home, you know it's Diwali that day. You don't feel that it's Diwali unless if you do that.
Correct.
Right? Again, we discussed this on an earlier program earlier in the year. So this time of year as well, but this time we are not putting any religious significance into it because we are not Christians. That's it. Whereas with Diwali, we would accompany the lighting of the diya with Lakshmi Puja in the home. This holiday, all we're doing is just using it as a end of year relaxation. As you said, getting together with family. And as you said, you put up the tree, and you once that tree is up, is this time of year. So I in that sense, I don't see anything wrong with it, but we want to make clear to the viewers here, we're just here to have a discussion about this particular time of year. It's not that we're dictating anybody
What to do,
what they
right?
must do.
Absolutely.
So if somebody feels, that they should not do it, then that everyone has the freedom to make that choice. Everyone has the freedom to make that choice. We're just discussing if there's anything wrong with it. That's all we're discussing here. So we want to make that clear to the viewers as well. So as my brother here said, is that this is not, you're not turning your home into a Christian home by putting up this decoration. It doesn't have any significance to Christianity as far as we know. As you said, had to do a little research on that, because we do it and we don't know how it originated.
Right,
and
how it
everything.
originated from.
So, in fact, you encourage me to learn something new. We should always try and learn something new every day.
Sure.
So that was very interesting research there.
Now, you have a lot of Trinidadian friends from Trinidad as well. How do they celebrate Christmas in Trinidad?
They also celebrate in a very similar way. They'll make sorrel and ginger beer and so in their home, and they have a special type of song they call parang. This is something unique there.
Christmas song.
Yes, and that originates from the Spanish people, because Trinidad has a Spanish presence.
Okay.
There are places in Trinidad like called San Fernando, for example. That's a place in Trinidad that are Spanish names.
Okay.
So that style of singing called parang, it originated from the Spanish people in Trinidad.
Okay.
So that is something unique.
That's something now I learned.
Yes, yeah. That's not that, as far as I know, that doesn't exist in Guyana as such, but that's unique to Trinidad. So that's something that they do also. But besides that, it's the normal baking and celebrating and so on. They celebrate it more or less very similarly to Guyanese.
Okay.
But I'm sure, to be honest with you, I think the festivities are much more vibrant there, in the sense that you can be outdoors and celebrate freely. Here, I think you'll be restricted, but still it's nice. I'm not saying it's not nice here as well. It is nice here. Once you have family around, that's the important thing. Wherever you are, once you have your family around you, I think that is what...
Doesn't matter where you are.
Yes, that is what brings the joy.
Right.
It brings the joy to the season. So, yeah, in answer to your question, that is, to my knowledge, that's how some Trinidadians, that's how they celebrate in Trinidad. And if we have any viewers who wish to add anything to that, they can email us and let us know.
Sure.
And then next time we come to this topic, we can add to that discussion. And I'm only going by what I've heard, so if I have said anything wrong, please forgive me.
Right.
If I said anything incorrect.
And again, like you said, we're not forcing anyone to put up tree or not putting up tree. Whatever you want to do, or whatever tradition you want to make, you go right ahead and make it. As long as you're happy and you're with your family to enjoy yourself, that's all that really matters.
Yes.
So we're not here to judge anybody or tell you what to do. All we want to do is everybody for them to have a wonderful time.
Yes.
And hopefully next year, hopefully we all meet up one day in Guyana to have a
I would love
have a wonderful Christmas time.
I would love that. And they put up a Christmas tree in the mall. They have a mall they have several malls now.
Okay.
There's one called Giftland Mall.
Okay.
That is the most well-known mall now. It has a cinema in it and everything.
Wow.
People who have not been back for some time would not believe that these things exist in Guyana. Just like over here, you have the shopping mall with the food court and so on. They have that, and the cinema inside the mall.
Wow.
They have that there in Guyana. And it's a big thing when they light up the Christmas tree in that mall.
Wow.
Maybe people who haven't been back recently will not know that, but that's something I would like to share.
They have like a
with
nice
everyone
ceremony
too.
and everything
Yes.
to light it up. Wonderful.
And also Main Street in Georgetown. Since last month, they have already lit up the whole of Main Street in Georgetown.
Okay.
Yes, in celebration of Christmas. I keep up with the news. That's
I just say that. Maybe you should do once a week. We should do Guyana news as well, because mostly about Guyana, which is wonderful. But I'm so happy that we at least nowadays with the internet we could listen and see everything about anywhere.
Yes.
So which is a wonderful thing. So folks, at this time we're gonna take a break again, and we're gonna play another selection. So do hope you enjoy it, and once again, happy holidays to each and every one of you. This show, all these songs here is dedicated to you, the viewers, that make Akash Vani what it is today. So I want to take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you and wish you a very, very happy holidays. And we'll be right back. Jai Shri Ram.
Jai Shri Ram.
She say that she leaving me, 'cause I have no time for she. She friends say that I cheating, so this is the end for me. So bring the Johnny Walker, time to start over. She gone and she left me, so on to the other. So bring the Johnny Walker, time to start over. She gone and she left me, so on to the other. Worst things in life to happen to you is when you get a name for something you didn't do, and they judging your character based on what somebody said. I have no time for this comedy show. If you want to believe them, then you could go. I never disrespect you or try to hurt you in any way, but she say that she leaving me. She not going to believe me. She friends and them always right, so this is the end for me. So bring the Johnny Walker, time to start over. She gone and she left me, so on to the other. So bring the Johnny Walker, time to start over. She gone and she left me, so on to the other. Remember, people would feed off you all your weakness, strengths when you're going through, and put together little bits and pieces to get rid of me. Everybody on their own beat and do not care when you're lonely in the night with no one to share. When the bacchanal starts, they always there to make the worst of we. So this is reality, you choosing them over me. If this is the life you want, well, this is the end of it. So bring the Johnny Walker, time to start over. She gone and she left me, so on to the other. So bring the Johnny Walker, time to start over. She gone and she left me, so on to the other.
Akash Vani Radio, the best in Bollywood today and yesterday.
Jai Shri Ram, folks, and once again, happy holidays to each and every one of you. Those of you who just tune in with this today, this show is dedicated to you, the fans, the viewers, all our family and friends who's been supporting us and watching us. We also want to thank each and every one of you and wish you a very, very happy holidays, Merry Christmas. And next week we're going to be doing our traditional Christmas show. Our New Year show. With Panditji is going to start off the new year with a wonderful pravachan, wonderful prayers. So please stay tuned, tell your family and friends about the show, and let them taste too next week. But what you going to be doing next week segment for the New Year's? If you want to tell the folks a little bit about it.
So, for the New Year show, we will have more of a religious discourse as usual. Normally, that's what we focus on the show, and we will be going back to that format because now it's a holiday time. We've had a break and change the pace of the show a bit for this episode, but we'll be going back to that that format, and we'll be discussing new beginnings. In Sanatan Dharma, we have to begin on the right foot. For example, we always know we pray to Ganesh Bhagavan first before we start anything. There's always emphasis that if you want to do something right, it has to be started right.
To become very successful.
Exactly. And that's what we want the new year to be like.
Sure.
So we will be focusing on that in the Pravachan for the next show. For the new year.
Yes, folks. So please stay tuned next week. We're going to be showing you some beautiful bhajans to start out the new year. It's Ganapati Baba bhajans as well. To start out the new year, we're going to have a beautiful pravachan for Panaji. But as today's episode, we are concentrating on Christmas. We just talk about the tradition of Christmas tree, and also thought about the family having their own tradition and what they do around this time of the year, around the holiday season. And we cover all the bases. So right now we just want to say we are so happy that you guys have us in your home every Monday from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. and also Saturday. I know it's a busy time right now for the holidays, but I'm sure you guys are recording our show to watch it whenever time you are convenient. And once again, like I told you before, Panaji has been saying for the last couple of weeks, we also have a YouTube channel as well. And I want you guys to, if you do miss our show, on the Monday it's going to be airing, and by Wednesday the show will be on YouTube, so you can always watch it back on YouTube or catch it back on Saturday. That's going to be coming up. When it's on the YouTube channel, it's international. You can watch it any part of the world. So your family and friends who's not here, you can please tell them to watch our show, to subscribe to our channel, and also like our channel as well, and that will give us more encouragement to put up new shows every week as well. So once again, I want to thank each and every one of you for your support and helping us for let the show to become very successful. This January we'll be celebrating 1 year of the show. Akash Vani Gyaan Upadesh will be 1 year, and we will tell you exactly what day that is. We're going to have a very special show for that.
Right. Yes, I'm looking forward to that. It brings back good memories when we started. We were very excited about this venture. And 1 year later, we're still doing it.
We're still doing it. And it looked like we started yesterday,
exactly,
right?
Yes. And of course, before that, we had the radio show.
Yes.
But as you said, this is the point where we started this, the TV venture.
Sure.
So that signifies a big step in Akash Vani Media.
Sure. The radio show is still on 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's a free app that you could download from your any app store that you have. Either it could be iPhone or Samsung phone. It's a free app. You could go to your store, to your Apple store, and download the app. It's a free app. It's a radio app. You could download from the iTunes stores. And each show that we have every week, you could want to put a dedication. You want to send a request to someone, you could do that. You could download also the TuneIn app. If you're not going to be able to download Akash Vani app, if you can't find it, you can download the TuneIn app as well and do a search in the search bar. You could do a Akash Vani radio, and it'll be there as well. We do have our own app and both phones, the iOS and also the Samsung phone. So please download the app. It's absolutely free. Tell your family and friends about it, and you can listen to Akash Vani radio 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So
wonderful.
Back to you, brother. So tell us a little bit about what do you get? I know very shortly, like about a minute or so. I know next year we have a lot of plans. I personally have a lot of plans. Hopefully this thing will grow bigger. That is my goal and my dream, for Akash Vani Media to get a little bit bigger, and we could venture into more different things. So what do you think?
I'm looking forward for us to reach out to the various events that happen in our community. We do that already.
Yeah, there's a lot more events for us to cover.
Yes, exactly. We've done that already. The Pagwa Parade earlier this year, and then the Diwali Motorcade recently.
Sure.
Also, you know, the Bahin Lakshmi Singh was here discussing that event. So I'm looking forward to having more events publicized in our community, because our community is so large, you know, and you know we have to go to each and every aspect of that community, and I'm looking forward to having all of those included in the show for next year. I think that is something I'm looking forward for.
So real quickly, can you give us some dates on top of your head if you can remember really quickly? When is Shivatri? Sorry,
Shivaratri is the 4th of
Shivatri
March.
is first, right?
The 4th of March.
The 4th
But
of
even
March.
before that, Vasant Panchami. will happen.
That's correct.
Yes, yeah. Even before that, Makar Sankranti will come.
Okay.
Makar Sankranti is one of those occasions which always fall the same day every year, 14th of January.
Okay.
The other dates vary, but that is according to the Western calendar, but that is 14th of January
Okay.
always. So that is the first event in our calendar, major event
For the
in our
New
calendar.
Year.
For the New Year,
Okay.
that's coming
Okay.
our way. So we'll have a special show about that also
Sure.
when it comes around.
But that's not widely celebrated in our community, right?
No, it's not. But it should be, and that's why we're very glad that by your grace we have this show, because we want to let the people know the importance of these things, which are not celebrated too widely.
Right.
Like Gita Jayanti last week, that's not celebrated
Right,
widely
absolutely,
too.
right.
So we had the opportunity to let everybody know the importance of it. So we will be doing that for Makar Sankranti also.
Right. So next week's show, the New Year show, we will give you some dates.
Yes.
So you can put in your calendar. I know most of you already have your calendars already, but we'll give you some dates so you can put it into your calendar. So you could. These are the shows that we're going to be spotlighting on continue for next year. All these dates are coming up, and remember we have a lot of holidays to celebrate.
Yes.
And we will try to do most of it through our show, so you folks out there will get to know more about it and educate you about it. I know most of you probably know it, but some of you doesn't. We want to let you know more about it. So the time is running so fast again, brother. It's been
Yes.
1 hour already.
Right.
And I just want to thank each and every one of you in the bottom of our heart for tuning into Akash Vani Gyaan Upadesh week after week. And I want to wish each and every one of you a very, very happy holidays. Merry Christmas to each and every one of you. If you are going to be going to your family home and you're going to be taking a few drinks, please be careful out there when you're driving. Please do not drive if you're intoxicated. Take a taxi home or have one of your family friends take you home. Please do not drink and drive. I beg of you, do not do that. If you can drive, please, you could probably stay at your family home. But enjoy the holiday season. Please be careful out there. And once again, I want to thank you so much for tuning into Akash Vani Gyaan Upadesh. Brother, any last words?
I would like to endorse what you said just now. I have had to go to the hospital to pray for people who are dying because they've been hit by somebody like that.
Right.
So that's very good advice you've given. And I'd just like to wish all the viewers, thank you for watching us throughout 2018. And we look forward to see you again for the New Year show next week.
Thank you so much. Jai Shri Ram. Merry Christmas. And we will see you guys next week.
Jai Shri Ram.